Right now on the phone with me, I have Teck Money, member of the cast of The Real World Hawaii. Teck, what's going on? Welcome to the Time Machine, my man.
Hey, J-Miles, what's up, man? How you doing, brother?
I'm doing good, man. I appreciate you calling me and doing this interview, my man.
Oh, it's all good, man, no doubt. You know what I'm saying? It's an honor for me to do it, brother. I appreciate you having me on, bro.
All right, there's no problem. We're going to get into the one question that most fans want to know the most. What was the audition process like for The Real World?
Oh, man, it was a nice little process, man. You know, it was about, man, a couple interviews, you know, about, about 7, 8 interviews, you know, a lot of going back and forth. But, after it was all over, I loved it, you know.
Like, did you submit, like, any tapes or do any stupid, goofy stuff to kind of give you an edge on the other applicants?
Oh, you funny. Yeah, well, what I did, I put together a tape like I was already on the show, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So it was like I had, you know, I don't know, it was just me being goofy. I had to take myself doing my everyday normal life, but it was already like I was already on the show, you know? So I kind of spliced together like already a real world tape for myself. Submitted it, they called me back, then, you know, I went back and forth with them to casting, and then, you know, they called me up, made it happen. I was on the show. Okay, so what was it like, you know, being at the house and all the wild, necessary stuff that normally comes with being on The Real World? Man, I was in Hawaii, you know what I'm saying, Jay? So I had a good time, man. I was in Hawaii. I mean, I was young, you know what I mean? I was like, what, 22? I had no complaints, you know what I mean? I was living on the beach. The ocean was my backyard, so I was loving life at the time. You know, I'm still loving life, but, I mean, it was just a beautiful thing, man.
Right.
It was an experience I can't really explain. You just have to be there, man. You know, you just have to go through it.
Right. I need to be out there myself getting my surf on, hanging 10. So I know you probably was getting your surf on when the cameras wasn't on.
Yeah, they showed me trying to get up a little bit, man. You know, I stood up a couple times, you know what I'm saying? I caught a big wave one time and hurt my foot, and after that, I was kind of a wrap on surfing for me, bro.
Right.
You know?
I feel you on that
one. It was a wrap.
I feel you on that one. Now, everybody also wants to know this. What was up with the time when you and Ruthie jumped in the pool, buckyball naked? I think it was like the first day at the house, and y'all two came in there, y'all broke it in a major way.
Right, as you said, we broke it in the major way, man. Like I said, man, I was coming from Atlanta going to Hawaii, man. I ain't never had a pool in my backyard, you know what I mean? It was hot that day too, so why not start it off, you know, with a little nakedness, you know what I mean? I mean, it was just fun. It was just, I got caught up in the moment, bro. You know, we couldn't get in the house. We had no swimming suits, so hey, the next thing to do is jump in the water, make it happen.
Right. So were there moments on the show where you guys wanted to be like, cameras, y'all need to go away, and were there certain places that cameras wasn't allowed to film?
Nah. Only place they wouldn't allow to film was the bathroom, man. You know, other than that, I enjoyed it, man. You know, it got me to where I am now. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
If it weren't for the cameras, you know, I probably wouldn't be where I'm at now.
Yeah, like,
you go on the show to have your life exposed. So if you ain't really, you know, down for the cameras, then what was you going on the show for?
Right, definitely that. Now, did you watch the show prior to you being on?
A little bit. I watched it for a couple episodes. You know, I saw like, you know, I mean, I watched every now and then. At that time, I was in college, so you know, so my cable situation was a little shady. You know what I mean?
Right. You was on the broke tip.
Yeah, exactly, right.
We don't got it.
Right. We ain't got it. But I mean, and when you're in college, you know, you really ain't really up on what's kind of popping. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like even when you're in middle school, high school, then when you're in college, you kind of get on your own thing, you know? So, like, when I was in college, man, I wasn't paying attention to the world. I was just doing me. And then all of a sudden, somebody's like, a couple people were like, yo, you should try for the real world. And I was like, okay. I did it. I got on. I was like, wow.
Now, how long were you at the house?
5 months.
5 months and 7 strangers have their lives taped. You know the rest of the same people if you watch The Real World. Now, I remember the one situation that really caught my attention was Ruthie with her situation. I believe she had a drinking problem at that time.
Right.
And I think like she broke a glass or something, and it was like real heavy and everything. And you know, because I seen her on previous challenges and everything, and she's looking real good.
Right. Yeah. I just like we just talk about the real world because normally I don't even talk about the real world no more. But it's just funny because they're having the season coming up. They're having the special coming up, bro. So the 20th anniversary reunion special is coming up like April 2nd, I believe. It's a Saturday. Did I get that right? April 2nd. And it's coming up. And I just saw Ruthie last weekend. I just saw her. She's doing all right. I saw Ruthie, Kaya, Justin. I saw a lot of people that I had never seen before. I saw they brought everybody out. There was a lot of people that you haven't seen before going to be on the Real World special coming up. It's gonna be really, really nice, man.
Right. Even the ones that's kind of like that person was on the Real World, or
exactly. Like I'm talking about from season 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They had everybody. I'm talking about. They had people coming to me, and I'm like, "Yo, who are you?" They're like, "Yo, I'm such and such." Like, "Oh, what's up?" You know what I mean? People change the way they look.
Right.
Some people are almost 40 years old or older. You know what I mean? Like it started. When some people was like, it's 20 seasons, 20 years ago. Some people was just 21, 20, you know.
Right.
So
yes.
They're kind of older now.
Especially the first season where they had Kevin Powell. He's very well known doing his thing. Eric Neese, who did his thing on The Grind and various other shows. Heather B, rapper, you know what I mean, doing her thing. And, of course, my man David, a.k.a. Stinky from House Party 3, was on The Real World. I think it was it L.A.?
L.A., yeah. Like
I think he was the first one that got thrown off, and then, of course, you got the infamous Pup from, I think, the San Francisco season.
Right, he was there at the reunion, right. It's going down, yep.
Yeah, so, tell me a little bit more about that. Like, what was it like having all of those seasons in one room?
It was a little overwhelming, you know what I mean? Because, like, you think you know who's who, but you really don't. You know, so many new people, so many old people, you know. So it's kind of like, the couple familiar faces, but then it's like people that you never really seen in your life before. They're like, "But I've been on season 12," you know what I mean? I'm like, "But I've never seen you before." Because I really don't watch it anymore, you know what I'm saying? Because it's kind of like, I feel like I'm watching my kids a little bit, you know? So I really don't even watch the Real World anymore. But, I mean, it was cool being there. It was a little overwhelming, like I said, with all those people. But it was cool.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you're just tuning in, I'm interviewing Teck Money from the Real World, Hawaii. Now, prior to the Real World, you were doing the whole college thing, 4 to 5 year degree plan and all that good stuff. Now, how did that fare out?
I mean, I was going more around college down in Atlanta, Georgia, in the AUC, you know. And right before I did the Real World, man, I was on The Cut. That was Lisa Left Eye Lopez show. I don't know if you remember that.
Yeah, I remember that.
Right, but I was on The Cut, man. And right before I did the Real World, I was on Love Connection in The Cut. And I was actually doing music first. And I just luckily got on the Real World and then, start making my career happen.
Right, and after you did the Real World thing, was there ever a point where you was kind of like, man, I kind of want to be known more than just being on that reality show on MTV?
Yeah, I mean, that's why my career is going the way it has, you know what I'm saying? That's why I do what I do, you know. I'm working to kind of leave behind the Teck from the Real World, label, you know what I mean? Like, if you check out my credits, man, I've been in a gang of movies, television, you know, and that's why I haven't done a lot of challenges, because everyone's like, "Yo, why don't you do the challenges, or why don't you do this?" I'm like, because I'm official now, I got my SAG card, you know, and I really want to I'm trying to get my Will Smith on, you know what I mean?
Right.
So, all I'm doing is working towards that, but it was a great platform, and it's always going to be with me, you know what I'm saying? Michael Jordan went to North Carolina, so it's always going to stay with him that he went to North Carolina.
Right.
And it's always going to be with me that I was on the Real World, and I love it, but I mean, I'm working to be so much more than Teck on the Real World. You know, I'm going to be leading the movies and taking the movies, and plus I do music, so make sure y'all check me out on myspace.com/Teck Money Music, TeckMoney Music. Holla at your boy.
All right, now tell me about The Fireman, because I remember there was a video a couple years back on Uncut, Smoke With Me with samples hanging on a string by Loose Ends.
Yes, sir. Jay, you good, man. You know what I'm saying? You good. That's why we got together, man, because your interviews be good, man. You do your research, bro. I appreciate that. But, yeah, man, I had a group, The Fireman, man, with me, my man, Khalil Gibran and 4 Eyes. And it's just about being young and, you know, having a group of three different minds, you know what I'm saying, and 3 different points of view. So I had to go through it, you know what I'm saying? I just went through the group thing, and we kind of broke up. We still, you know, like each other, but we just not recording together. And so I'm trying to do my Busta Rhymes thing. You know, he's in Leaders of the New School, but after he broke out, you know, he became that man. So
right.
I think, you know, 08 I'm trying to get straight, and 09 I'm trying to make mine. So
right.
I got a couple of hot joints I got out right now. I'm getting everything mixed and mastered, and my digital download, I'm going digital download only, will be out July 1st. You can get on my website, TeckMoney.com, you know what I mean? So it's going to be pretty cool, man.
And I saw you on a clip, I think it was a couple years ago, you were DJing at this party and Flavor Flav was there.
Yeah.